This one's going to be crazy. I'm going to be showing you exactly how this beginner, Mikey, took a brand new Shopify dropshipping store and ran it all the way up to $150,000 in just 90 days. So I want to start off by saying a massive congratulations on your success. What were you doing prior to dropshipping?
Yeah, I've got a 9-to-5 job. I've got a wife. I've got 2 kids. Prior to me joining the mentorship, I had a side hustle during COVID that was hiring out event decor to birthdays, weddings and things like that. And it's just manifested into where I am today, basically.
Now, the good news for you guys that are watching this right now is I'm going to be showing you exactly how the product research was done, how the store was built, how the creatives were done, and how the Facebook ads were launched. So if we look at the date range, you can see here it's from the 1st of November to the 31st of December, which equals 60 days. And if we look at the total sales, it's £142,000, which translates to in USD around about $160,000. Now, I am going to refresh the screen so you guys know this is completely legit, and you can see the numbers have stayed the exact same. Now, something you want to bear in mind is you can see here it says compared to previous year, and you can see that the previous year chart is absolutely flat. That means that this is a brand new store, and you can see here the numbers for this year, and you can also see sales by channel is all online store. If they were draft orders, it would say draft orders and then show the chart. You can see the average order value is around about $45 to $50. And if we look at where all the sessions have come from, you can see that the majority of them have come from Facebook, meaning that this was Facebook ads that made all the sales. Now, I also want to show you the last 365 days or the last year. So you can see here, last 365 days, this store has done £168,000, which is around about just shy of $200,000. And if you look at the dates, it's from September to around about December. So that's around about 3 months. Now, a really important question, I think, for the viewer, because they want to build confidence within dropshipping is, why did you choose to start dropshipping instead of these other business models like, social media marketing agency or anything else that you can start online? Why did you specifically choose this business model?
So for me, I had an event decor business that I used to spend Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday dropping off and collecting. And for me, I wanted a model where I could be completely hands-off. I wasn't taking up my physical time away from my family. I had something that I could grow, wake up, make money while I sleep, and that's the route that I wanted to go down, and I felt like dropshipping was that avenue.
So guys, let's get straight into the product research method on how we found the product. Now, I'm not actually going to show you the exact product in this video, but I'm going to show you literally something that is so close to what the product is as a hypothetical, so you get the idea. So what we did is we went to TikTok and we typed in at the time winter finds. Now, why did we type that in? Because at the time of the store seeing the success, it was in the winter period, it was Q4. Now, something that I want to show you before I even show you what we did on TikTok is we went to ChatGPT. Now, every single one of you guys should be doing this because I believe ChatGPT is free if you use ChatGPT 3, or it's around about $20 if you're using the pro version, which is what I've got, which I honestly recommend that you all should get because ChatGPT is so powerful in 2024.
I've used it quite a lot. It even created my brand name. I asked it to give me 100 examples and I just chose one from random and it stuck. So I've used it excessively in order to help me grow and scale to where I am.
We just said to ChatGPT, hello, what are the upcoming seasonal products to sell online based on data? Now, this is super important to listen to. Based on data. Something that I want to tell every single one of you is in 2024, you should only be making decisions, especially with product research, based on data and nothing else. Now, you can see here ChatGPT replied and gave us a list of products in 2024 at this current season, what is going to do well. So home and kitchen, pet products, shapewear, portable car, magnetic, fashion accessories, handmade, homemade decor, travel, health and wellness, and then unisex perfumes. Now, although ChatGPT has given me these industries, it doesn't mean that I'm going to go on AliExpress and search for these products. It just means that these are the ones that I'm going to want to look for on TikTok and Facebook. Now, something else that you have to understand, where does ChatGPT get this information from? So if you go here, it gives you a link. Now, if you open this link up, it will show you where it's getting the information from. So ChatGPT is getting all the information from Google and other online platforms. So what that basically means is instead of you going out there and doing 3 days worth of research on what's doing well based on articles, statistics, and things like this, it's done it all for you through ChatGPT. Now, once we've got that data, we headed back to TikTok TikTok and we searched for winter finds. Now, at the time, this is what ChatGPT was recommending. Now, as you guys can see from typing in winter finds, you also get other searches saying winter must-haves, AliExpress finds, winter camping, winter night outfits, Amazon finds, and all of these other recommended searches. Now, these are very important to pay attention to because these can help out as well. Now, as you guys can see, what's coming up on TikTok right now is a lot of women fashionable wear when it comes to the winter. Now, what we did is we actually changed it to the recommended search where it said winter must-haves, and we scrolled through this for quite a while and we found a male version of a product, or it's a unisex version to be fair. And what that product was is what you can see here. It was a heated vest. So it was a heated vest that we found on TikTok, somebody talking about it. It got millions and millions of views. We did a bit more research into the product and we realized that it was a hot product. Now you can see here it's got 10,000 orders, it's got loads of reviews, so it's a well-established product. Now, once we found the product through the first initial video, we went back to TikTok and typed in heated vest, and you can see loads of videos for men and women, so it's a unisex product, was coming up, and they got really good amount of views. Another thing that came up on the suggested was heated gilet for men. So once we clicked this, we then found even more videos with even more views, 4.2 million, 2 million, 3 million views per video. So after we kept going through this, we just realized that this product was even bigger and bigger on TikTok. And the most important thing is when we looked at the dates of the video, as you can see here, 2023, 11/26, that means November the 26th, that meant it was a recent video. We don't want to find products that were done 2 years ago, a year ago. This was recent, and all of the videos were very new that were getting lots of views. So talk to me about these elements that stood out to you. What made you think, oh, this product's got the potential to go out there and make money?
Sure. So for me, I previously, when I tested my first 2 products, I used tools to find me what I thought was the winning product. The third and winning product I actually found by an ad that was served directly to me, and it was the social proof that sold it to me. So on the Facebook ads, the comments, the shares, the likes, I thought, oh, hold on a minute, people like this. Let's dig a little bit deeper. Realized that the competitor that was selling in that space at the time wasn't a great website. Product images weren't great. Their ads weren't perfect. I thought, what could I do to make this better? There's loads of things I can think of straight away. And I went down that channel and I thought that's the product I'm going to test next. And thankfully it took off.
Now, everyone wants to know this, and they ask it to every successful dropshipper, which is how many products did it take for you to find a winner? You said, 3. Now, that meant you had to get over the last 2 products. It's like, you go on a dating venture, you date loads of girls, you can't find one, or you date a load of men and you can't find somebody. So how was you able to get over that emotional barrier of, I've tried 2 products, I tried to get attached to them. So how did you get over that?
The first 2 products that I found, I did get emotionally invested in them, even though we're taught not to do that. It just got to a point where I felt like I was hemorrhaging too much money on this product and I wasn't getting enough return, and I felt I need to move on to the next step. But also something clicked that you read the data that Facebook is showing you, or whatever tool you're using to review the analytics. Read what that's telling you and make that informed decision rather than using your heart and being attached to that product, basically.
Now, that's literally how we find potential products in terms of finding the product. But before we try and run with it and confirm that is the product, we just need to see if there's any ads being ran for the product to tell us in real life at this exact moment, are there people making money with this product based on them scaling ads? So guys, the next part of the product research method is more about validating the product, so you know that you want to run it aggressively on the Facebook platform so you can scale it quickly. So what you want to do is you want to open up the Facebook ad library and you want to use the same keywords you used on TikTok, and then you want to paste them here. So you can see this one says men's heated fleece, and you can see all of these advertisers are coming up selling literally the same product or a slightly different variant of the product. So these ones are like long johns or thermals, but ours is a heated gilet. So it's technically the same product, just in a different format. So you can see loads of advertisers advertising it. Now, I've opened up another ad library and this one says heated gilet. Now, what I've actually done is I've changed it to active ads. So it's only showing me ads that are currently running for this product. So the ones here aren't active. Some of them are active, some of them are inactive. You can see here, inactive, inactive, active. So you really want to filter it by active so you know that people are actually spending money at this current moment on these ads. Now, unfortunately, because the case study was done from November and now it's January, all of the advertisers that were making loads of money with this product prior to us looking at the research have now stopped running ads. But if I showed you this back in November, you would have seen a few advertisers, not loads and loads of advertisers, just a few advertisers going crazy with the ads. Now again, I changed the search term this time to heated vest and changed it to active ads, and you can see here 720 results. So even in January, there are a ton of people still running this product and making a lot of money. You can see loads of different brands again running these ads. Now, like I said previous, the key to this method on the ad library is by researching individually each page and seeing how many ads they're running over a serious amount of time. So if you document their ad library at the time a week ago and then check it a week after, if they're increasing the ad load, that means that they're scaling the product. Now, honestly, the best way to do this and the easiest way is by using Afterlib. I'm not sponsored by them, I'm not paid by them, I just use a tool and it helps us make a lot of money. So Afterlib's here, and this is basically a steroid version of the ad library, and it gives you all the insights without you having to manually work them out. So you can see here, I searched by keyword, and the keyword I used was heated vest, and you can see all of the advertisers that are running the product on the Facebook ad library at this current time. Now, the difference is it's showing me here in the top right based on ad history. Now, on the ad library, you can't look at this unless you manually look at it. Now, obviously at this current time, they've now downscaled because the product is now slowly dying out. But at the time that we were looking at it, they were scaling the product up. And again, if you look at all of these advertisers, the same picture is the same thing. Back in September, October, and November, they started scaling this product, but now they're starting to downscale it. Hence, you can see -60, -33, because we're now slowly getting out of the season. And I also believe that Afterlib is way better at finding better advertisers, because you can literally click on the name of the advertiser, go to see all ads and details, and it will show you all of the ads they're running. And you can also sort it by the best performing ad as well. That way you can spy on which ads are performing the best for each one of these brands. And this will tie in later when it comes to creating ads for the store, because you're going to use the data from here to help you create winning ads. Now let's talk about the website and the design. What was your journey through the website like? How did you transition over a period of time?
So first of all, I mean, right now the store is a multi-product store because I've grown extra products on top of the original one. However, when I first started, it was a one-product store. The brand was not specific to anything in terms of its name, so I could go down different avenues if I needed to with a different product. But essentially, from a website standpoint, I had the basic ECOM King theme, which I tailored with a page fly to adapt my pages in a little bit more detail so I can move things around and things like that. So I was a little bit more creative in terms of what I could do. I've used quite a few apps. So for me, I used Bundle Bear initially to test offers. I've got Monster Upsell, which has allowed me to upsell other products to increase my average order value. And there's been some other great products as well, or apps to help supplement and grow the brand essentially, which is Sense UTM, allowed me to track UTM parameters effectively so I can scale winning ads or interests. And then additionally, I use Track 123 in order to allow my customers to track their orders very easily, which took away the customer service requirement for chasing where's my order, because this app allowed that to happen naturally.
Now, this is one of the competitors that's running the same product. And again, this is a hypothetical product, but the product that we were actually running was very similar to this, just in a different category. Now, the website was very similar to this in terms of the layout. So you can see here, if you look at the name of the product, they call it Open Box Men's Heated Fleece Vest with B19G battery. So it's going over the specifications. Now, the thing that I like about this is they've made the product sound really cool and fascinating. They've not just given it a boring name like heated vest. They've actually gone into a little bit of specifications, and they've called it an open box to give it that extra name to make people think that it's better than it actually is. Now, they've also got here the reviews and ask a question. This is really good because that way, if people have got any questions, they can quickly ask them and then buy the product. Then they've gone for a short description. If you read it, it goes over exactly what people want. They want to stay warm whilst remaining stylish. And then it goes over how it can keep them warm and how they can wear it. And then it says here, get free shipping. To get free shipping, log in and get the code. We didn't do this. I don't recommend doing this. And then they got the sizes. And then they've also got the size guide. Now, the size guide on this website is very impressive. And we had one very similar to this. If you look at the size guide, you can see it is very well designed, and then they've got a customer testimonial in the bottom left. So you can see here, you click this, it changes from inches to centimeters. So when you're selling products that are wearable, a size guide like this is a must-have, because that way you're going to restrict the return rate from your customers. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, fashion and wearable products in dropshipping is one of the best niches, if not the best niche. Now, then you've got the trust badges saying final sale, 6-month warranty, no returns and exchanges. Then the specifications is nicely done here on this banner. Instead of writing it down here, here, they've written it across, which is really nice. Then they're going over imagery of people wearing it, then going over how this heated system works, then they're going over the guarantee, what's included, and that is it. So it's a very simple but effective product page. Now, the big difference was we were using the ECOMify Lite theme. So you guys can get access to the same theme we were using for completely free by clicking the link in the description and coming to ECOMify Lite. It's the ECOM graduates that created this in partnership with us. And we created a brand new free theme. It's the V2 version. It's designed to help you guys create an amazing looking store super fast, and it's super effective with premium features that are completely free. And all you have to do to get access to the theme is follow every step correctly and don't try and cheat the system or it won't work, and then you'll get a downloadable link and then you can upload the theme to your store for completely free. So make sure you check this out in the link in the description. And I've also created a 1-hour video going over how to set up the theme in your Shopify store, so you can check that out at the end of the video as well if you want to know how to use the theme. Now, you talked a little bit about testing and offers and having multiple landing pages. So explain why you had all of these things.
So I had the same product replicated 3 to 4 times, and because I had multiple niches that I were getting sales from and targeting, I customized the landing page essentially to the terminology and the language that the consumer wanted to, or at least what I thought they wanted to hear, and that I think that really resonated with the end user. So I tailored my product page specifically to the people I was targeting in a language that they understood, because it was using words that they use in the space or the niche that I was targeting.
Now, I know that 95% of you guys watching this right now do not do multiple landing page testing because people look at it as an advanced thing to do, but it isn't. If you want to crack the code to finding the winning interest or the winning page or the winning marketing angle, you have to do this early on so you can scale whichever is the best. So I think that for you guys in 2024, this is an essential thing to do straight away. So guys, now I want to talk about the creatives that we used for Facebook. Now, I can't emphasize this enough. Your creatives are more important than the Facebook ad setup itself. Your creatives will dictate who Facebook pushes your video to, your potential customer. So I really can't emphasize this enough. When you learn what I'm about to teach you, you have to take it seriously. You can't cut corners, you can't be cheap with it, you can't be lazy with it, or your Facebook ads won't perform. Facebook ads is 80% reliant on the creatives you give it. As it's a fashion product and as it's a wearable product, we did do carousel images. Now, images sometimes work better than videos for fashion products and wearable products. So the images that we got were lifestyle images, people wearing the product, and we also got images of it on a blank background. Now, of course, we did make adjustments to the images to make them more colorful, to make them look a lot more sharper and a lot more nicer, and we incorporated offers on the images and branding on the images. We didn't just take them from the supplier and whack them on Facebook. This is where your canvas skills have to come out, and you really have to work on creating good creatives and even image creatives. And we teach you guys how to do all of that in the free course, so make sure you check that out. Now let's talk about the video ads. So we actually took the videos from our supplier at the time because the videos that they had were unique videos to them and they were good quality. So it's always worth asking your supplier, do they have a video that we can use? Is it custom? Is it unique? Or is it just ripped online? Most suppliers in 2024 do have in-house videos that are recorded in good quality.
CJ Dropshipping is where I first sourced the product from, and on there they had a lot of good quality media, and that was another key factor in me actually going down the route of this product. Could I have access to the media? My competitor that was running the ads, they just used the stock video from CJ. I decided to make that better, chop and change it, added in AI voice and captions, and again I had a script that was tailored to the target audience and to the interest I was focusing. So not only did they get served language at the ad level, they got served at the product level on the landing page as well.
Now let's move into the Facebook ad strategy for the Shopify Dropshipping store, the part that everyone wants to know. So as you guys can see, I'm inside of the Facebook ads manager, and you can see we spent £46,000 during the 1st of November till the 31st of December. You can see the spend here in the bottom right. Now, if the ads manager looks a little bit weird based on the English, it's because this ad account that I'm using and the business manager I'm using is a dummy account, and it's one that I had to buy online because my personal one has been banned. So it's not in English. I'm having to translate it. You can see here, I'm having to translate it into English because the original language, I believe, is in Russian. So if you're looking at the screen and it reads a bit weird, that's why, because they're translating it from Russian into English. But you can see here, guys, a few campaigns that we've currently got going at the moment. I'm going to be breaking them down in a minute. I just want to give you the testing strategy first. Now let's move on to the juicy part of the interview, which I'm sure everyone everyone wants to know. And we're going to move on to how did you get over the investment losing side of things? So obviously this is a business, you have to invest money. Now a lot of beginners struggle with the, what if I lose $2,000? What if I lose $1,000? So how did you mentally prepare yourself for these challenges?
I think you've got to be ready to spend money, and there's a risk factor there that you might not make it and you're going to lose some money, but then you've got to flip it on its head and say, okay, well, actually I'm spending money to learn something new, to learn a new skill that in the long term could develop into something. So you're spending money on yourself basically to grow. And I think just having that mindset of, yes, there's a risk factor, but what am I going to learn that's going to help me get to the next step where I want to be?
And I think that's important. You guys have to look at dropshipping as an investment in your own self and as a business. Don't just look at it as I'm going to try and make money. You have to look at it as an investment. When you look at it like that, you'll treat it like any other investment in life. Now let's move on to the product research and how you found your winning product. So I don't want you to go through the exact research method because I've already gone over it. But so guys, the Facebook ad testing strategy was an ABO campaign. So it was an ad set budget campaign. So instead of campaign budget, it was an ad set budget because that's what worked best for this ad account. Now we did 10 ad sets with 10 interests to test the different ones out to see which would work better. Now for each ad set, we set the budget to $5 per ad set. So $5 times 10 gives you your answer. Now when we set up the Facebook ads, we do set it very broad. So even though we're doing interest targeting, we set it to the countries that are in the top best countries, which is the dominating Europe countries like Netherlands, Switzerland, Denmark, Germany, France. We also do US, UK, Australia, New Zealand, and Canada. So top 5 plus the top European countries. To be fair, guys, we have stopped doing ePacket so much these days because I do feel like ePacket is full of a lot of bad countries in terms of performance. So we just narrow it down to the top performing countries in Europe and in America and Canada. Now, in terms of the interest, we go very broad with the interest. So what the interest would be is, for example, it's a wearable product. So we could do fashion, we could do wearable. So we want to try and set the interest audience size as big as possible. So at least in the 100 million. Now, originally in the testing campaign, we did 3 ads per ad set. So each ad set had 3 ads. One was a video, one was a carousel, and one was a single image to test which would work the best. Now, in terms of the ad copy and the ad headline, ChatGPT helped us create those. We were using custom thumbnails for the video, and the custom thumbnail was basically just the image ad as a thumbnail for the video. Now, we did run the same headline for each ad, so it was a short 5-word headline, and it was very effective. Now, we did leave the campaign to run for 1 day and to spend the full break even. So although we're spending $5 per ad set, we have to spend the break even. So if the break even is $20, we want each ad set to spend $20. So we don't make any changes till either it spends a break even or it's hit 2-day mark. So you need to figure out what your break even is and then work it out per ad set, and then you know how much your ad set can spend till you start making adjustments. Now, during this transition phase, we did get 7 sales within the first 3 days, and that is absolutely amazing. When you get large amounts of volume like that early on, that is telling you that the product has massive potential. Now, within that early success, we found an ad set with the winning interest that got most of the sales. I believe it got 4 sales out of the 7. So we duplicated that ad set into a campaign, a CBO campaign, and we let it rip on $100 a day. So guys, you can see I'm back in the ads manager, and I just want to go through the top 2 performing campaigns and break them down with you. So you can see here this campaign. I'm not going to show you the name because it'll give the product away. So you can see the campaign here, and I'm showing you this one because you can see based on results and spend, this is one of the best campaigns we had. Now you can see within this campaign, it is a CBO campaign. As you can see here, it's got 1 ad set in that campaign. And what we did is we had the daily budget at $100 to start with. Now it's in pounds, but I'm translating it in dollars. And if I scroll down, you're going to see that the age was 40 to 65. Now, why did we set it to 40 to 65? Because after the initial testing campaigns that I just went over with you, we then found audiences that were working the best. And for this product, we found the hot audience, which was aged 40 to 65. Now, we figured this out by looking at the metrics on Shopify and on Facebook, by looking at it by age and country to figure out who was our best buyers. Now, you should only be doing this after around about 2 weeks of running ads and scaling. Now, we also found out that female was also our best gender for this product. Now, we also found that our audience that was best suited for this product. Now, I'm not going to show you guys the name of the interest because it might give away the audience and it might give away the product, but we targeted an interest that was the hottest audience for our product. It's quite a niched audience, by the way, but it is the one that made the most sense for the product and the campaign at the time. If you look at location, the United Kingdom was our best performing location for this product, so we just set it to the UK. And if we look at placements, you can see here, feed table was on, Reels was on, and in-stream was on, and search results were also on. The apps and websites were turned off. Now, if we look at the ad level, this is where things get interesting. So this is the ad set, the one with the 4 boxes, and then the ones below are the ads. So you can see here, guys, we have 8 creatives running under one ad set. So we're going pretty crazy with the ad testing. Now you can see this one was called Alex Hormozi 3, Alex Hormozi 5, no, Alex Hormozi. So what are all these different ads? So we did different voiceovers and different captions for different videos to see which one would grab the most attention. Now, some of these ads were image ads. So where it says no ad, that's basically an image ad. These 2 here are video ads. This is a carousel ad. This is a video carousel. So basically a carousel, but in video format. So you can see we were split testing the 3 different versions of ad creatives: image, carousel, and single image. And the videos that are shown here, which is 4 out of the 8 creatives, were very similar. The only difference was the music, the captions, and the voiceover. They're the only differences, but it makes a big difference when it comes to Facebook. Now, this is the second best performing campaign, same structure, CBO, but if we go into the ad set level, the only difference here, guys, is who we're targeting. The budget's the same, but if we go down to the target in the UK is the same, but the age now is 21 to 65. Female, again, the interest is slightly more bigger on this campaign. Now, if you look at the creative side of things, the creatives are pretty much the same. There's only a few different ones here. Overall, the same strategy, just the audience is slightly different. Now, if you look at the date created and the results, a lot of these campaigns were made a few months ago and they are still running today. Now, what I'm trying to tell you is you don't have to make loads of new campaigns. Like back in the day, you used to have to create loads of new campaigns. Facebook now in 2024, as long as you create a solid campaign from the day one, you can keep the same campaign running for a very, very long time. Facebook has executed this very well, where as long as you're making slight adjustments in the ad set level and in the ad level, the campaign should be completely fine. The only changes you should be making to the campaign itself is just the budget, either scaling or downscaling it. At the current time of recording this video, we're currently downscaling this product because it is starting to slow down a little bit on the ads, and that's because it's January, a very slow month for ECOM. It doesn't mean it isn't profitable, it just means that we have to scale it down to make it profitable. And that's the most important thing. The big flashy numbers aren't always important. It's always about the profit. Now, of course, it's important for you guys to know, and it's a disclaimer that, Mike was a mentoring student within the e-commerce mentoring program. So let's just talk a little bit about how your journey was. Did you actually need the mentoring? And, was it worth what you thought it was? And did you get what you thought you were going to get?
I think if I hadn't joined the mentorship, I wouldn't have had the skills and the knowledge to be able to get to where I got to today. I also had access to a mentor once a week, and that was crucial to me because you don't know what you don't know. However, these people have been there and done it, and even just getting little tidbits of advice. This is probably a product you shouldn't focus on, or maybe it is and you can test it. That was crucial to me. But the key thing for me is the community that the mentorship brings, basically, and having like-minded individuals that are wanting to succeed and growing with them during this journey.
Most of you guys don't need the mentorship. The free course that we made, a few weeks ago is more than enough for most of you guys. And if you do make money from it, you can obviously invest it into a mentorship. Now, I do want to say a massive thank you to Mike to come all the way down to Birmingham, because he is from Manchester, which is around about 2 hours away, and he's done this for completely free. And do you have anything that you want to give the viewer before they go?
I think for 2024, the key thing is take action, put into practice what you've learned, and see that growth and just scale it.